stories, and I do get it that there's a lot of propaganda as well out there. People just wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, SHA isn't working," but then we had a Dear Mr. President session a couple of weeks ago, and we said, "Dear Mr. President, do not listen to the folks who are around you who are telling you that it is working because they want to, do it for political reasons. In the same breath, do not also listen to the people who are on the other side of you, polarized politically, who are telling you that it is not working. Don't listen to those people. Listen, dear Mr. President, to the people who are walking into the four walls of medical facilities and are not able to get services. Those are the people that you should listen to. Don't listen to your political rivals or your political allies. Listen to the Kenyan who is saying, I have a child with special needs. In Mombasa, I went to the hospital, Coast General Hospital, and they told me that I have a card that expires, my service expires in October. But for some reason, I couldn't access for my son. So they asked me to pay up for a year again. And so I paid the 7,290 shillings. That's what it is for about a year. I paid that. And still, I could not access the services. And they said, okay, when you come to hospital, because the situation that her son has, he must be on an injection every month to kind of keep things at an equilibrium. So the 2,500 shillings for that shot, still, she has to pay out of her pocket. And she does this because she wants her son to be well. The system should work, but it does not. And I say that the president, those are the people that you need to be listening to because it is a real concern. And I'm taking a little bit of time with it so that we can set the stage for this conversation. Or listen to the gentleman who goes to hospital here in Nairobi and says, I'm a cancer patient. I was in remission, but I still see some of these things coming back. I went and they told me that, again, my cover has expired, but I know I still have 6 months left on this thing before I have to pay again. I don't have the money to pay again. So when I go for a checkup, I lie to my doctor about my symptoms so that maybe I'll just get a little bit for pain. And then I will pay for that because that is what I can afford. Then I can go home and I continue to manage the situation. Dr. Kariuki, those are the real stories. Those are the ones. And truth be told, there are those who go to hospital and they get treated and they come. They are okay and SHA works for them. But we're saying if across board, we still have these horror stories 2 years down the line of a new system. Why is it not working for the Mwananchi from your perspective? And I took a little bit of time to build that, but I thought it was necessary to do that.
And you have actually done a great job because you have painted a picture of what is actually on the ground. That is what we face every day when we wake up and go to work. And almost 2 years into SHA, it will be unfair for us to answer the question in one word, whether SHA works or not. By now, we are supposed to have seen every facet of SHA and decide which one is working, which one is not. First of all, SHA is a system. It runs from where the patient, registers and pays money, and the benefits are triggered, coming to the hospital, claims management, all that. So it's a system. It will be unfair for us to say that SHA either is not working or it's working, because in a line, there is some areas that SHA is doing very well. There are some areas that it's failing. And so that is why being into it almost 2 years, we can't just put a word and say it's a yes or a no. What we do is what we do as an association of hospitals, carrying out a survey, an extensive survey, and point out several areas within the process and say this is working well, this is not working well, and then give an average score. So for now, we can say SHA is still acting below expectation. Okay. But we cannot give it a 0 and we cannot give it a